Steam is getting far less steamy. Hello players, welcome to Sexy Tech, the only tech news show that's legally classified as adult content in Utah. I am your tech jester, Buzzstringer, and we're at nearly 3,000 subscribers. There's nearly 3,000 of you crazy people out there. And I'm amazed. I'm lost for once. I have no words, but it's awesome. I'm a little bit proud of what we're building here. Yeah, I say we. You're taking half the blame for this. But no, it's awesome. Okay, today we have Steam's latest content crackdown, where the only thing getting throttled is your freedom to fap. So zip down, log in, and let's talk about how MasterCard has officially become the BDSM dominatrix of the digital game market. All right, pants off, VPN on, let's do this. So have you ever been horny on Steam? Of course you have. We've all wandered down that dimly lit digital alley, clicked view all adult content like we're opening a forbidden tomb and found ourselves elbow deep in high-end farming simulators and incest-themed dungeon crawlers that somehow have worse voice acting than Taylor Swift in the Lorax. I look forward to your comments. But alas, my pixelated perverts, it appears that the golden age of Steam smut is over. It's dead, terminated, executed by a firing squad of corporate payment processors who apparently think anime titties are a threat to the national financial ecosystem. Well, actually, it's the worldwide financial ecosystem. Yeah, let's take a step back. Valve recently dropped a very spicy little update on their guidelines. The rule says that Steam can no longer sell games that violate the standards of payment processors, the payment processor card networks, or internet service providers. So if MasterCard or Visa gets a boner in the wrong direction, your favorite furry dating sim is getting yeeted harder than Tumblr porn in 2018. We were originally notified, Valve says, like they're reading from a hostage note written in blood and crypto, that certain games on Steam may violate the rules of our payment processors. Oh no! Not the payment processors, you know, those noble bastards whose moral compass is somehow less stable than a flat earther on a unicycle. You can buy military drones, sketchy crypto NFTs, and assault rifles with a Visa card, but heaven forbid you should swipe your Amex to see some anime chick call her stepbrother Oni-chan. Oni-chan? 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 Okay, I'll let you decide before we go too far. Let's be clear, Valve didn't want to do this. This wasn't Gabe Newell waking up one day going, what if we made Steam 96% less sticky? No, this was digital financial extortion. The tech world's version of, hey, nice little storefront you got going on here. Shame if we, I don't know, pulled the plug on all your revenue. Okay, that went a bit weird at the end, but never mind. But who's behind this pressure? Oh, you know, the usual gang of fun-hating extremists with an orgasm phobia. Step forward, collective shout. The ultra-conservative Australian feminist group whose idea of sex ed is a slideshow about internal damnation. Yeah, they've taken responsibility for getting these games yanked off Steam and making sure that nothing else gets yanked. Look, I'm not saying games like Cockled Princess, Rise of the Step Brothers is high art, but neither are the 90% of the other games of what's on the App Store, and nobody's banning Clash of Clans Credit Card Edition. This is the financial deplatforming of legal adult content. Legal, that's the key word here. These games aren't being taken down because they're illegal, they're being taken down because some boomer in a suit at Visa got uncomfortable when he saw a cartoon MILF moaning in Japanese. That's it. That's the entire crime. And it's not just the depraved stuff like what we enjoy. Queer devs and LGBTQ plus storytellers are worried too, because any content that isn't hetero-missionary with the lights off can get flagged as sexually explicit. But by these moral crusaders in suits. Well, they must be wearing like 8 layers of suits, I imagine, so no skin can possibly be on show. Because God forbid someone tells a trans story that doesn't end with a conversion camp and a sermon from Mike Pence. So what happens now? Steam was once the one-stop shop where you could buy Call of Duty, Farming Simulator, and Big Titty Gothic Dungeon 6, all from one account. And now not so much. Valve says they're giving dev app credits to re-upload sanitized versions of their games. Sanitized. Yeah, good luck turning MILF Mayor 3 Electoral Penetration into a family-friendly puzzle game. What are you going to do? Replace all the all the sex scenes with Sudoku. Actually, there's some Sudoku sex games on Steam as well. Not that I would know about that. Look, I'm not defending every game on Steam. Some of that stuff even made me uncomfortable, and that's very hard to do. But this isn't about content. This is about control. It's about Visa, MasterCard, and religious lobbyists deciding what you can do. An adult with adult money and free will can legally buy. I mean, it's Pornhub all over again. Financial institutions acting like they're the morality police. And let me tell you something, if you're thinking about shutting down horny anime games is gonna stop weirdos from jerking off the questionable material, then well, I've got a metaverse to sell you. And you've clearly never spent any time on the internet at all. And this is to the payment processors, Collective Shout, and the Moral Panic Brigade. You might have scrubbed 419 porn games off Steam, but you'll never remove the 69 that lives in our hearts. But of course, again, after I wrote the story, there was an update. So here it is. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, plot twist, itch.io, the digital dive bar for all things horny and indie, now has bent over backwards to the same processor, payment processor Puritans. Yeah, itch.io, where adventure comes after anal in tag rankings. They have also started purging adult content faster than church camp confiscating condoms because of the same joyless fun police. Collective Shout. They threw a hissy fit, and this is where we are now. So now itch is delisting, de-indexing, and deep-throating the payment processor rulebook just to keep the lights on. The entire not safe for work category games is getting vaporized retroactively, meaning that if you paid the $10 for Squirty Sudoku, now it's gone like your dignity during lockdown. And itch didn't even give creators a heads up, just a good old, yeah, sorry, we had to comply or nobody gets paid. The kind of corporate crisis response delivered with the urgency of a drunk intern deleting all the porn before an audit. So creators are screwed, buyers are screwed, the only people not getting screwed are the ones who we want to. Irony instead. Welcome to the future. It's not safe for work, it's not safe for play, and apparently it's not safe for anyone with a libido. And yeah, my time on YouTube might be limited. We did the whole video without saying penis or anus. Can you believe it? We said some other stuff, and I enjoyed it. I look forward to all of your comments, whether they're safe for work or not. Drop them below, stay sexy, and be excellent to each other. I just stole a load of inflatable mattresses. I'm gonna have to lie low for a while.